We are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream, the house of Maxis, the crypto collective. You got your boy Crypto Tiger in the building. Your boy Dripodigy in the building. What's up, Dripodigy?
I'm good. Millionz is joining us. Yeah, nice to catch up, brother. Nice and relaxed for a change. And as you can see, I'm at home and not in the car, so that's a bonus. Look out. Look at the background, Millionz.
Oh, wow. Nice, man.
Yeah.
It's very snazzy there. What's going on, Millionz?
How we doing, brothers? Yeah, I just had to restart the Mac. You know, I had a few gremlins in the system, so I just had to just to reboot everything. But yeah, I'm here. I made it. Yeah, all good here, bros. All good here. Just a mad busy day, but it's good to spend the evening with some good people. So I can see we've got a few people in the stream, and yeah, man, massive shout out to everyone. How are you guys doing?
Man, incredible. Very busy, which is it's good for me. But you know, to have this kind of release and come to the show and be able to talk and hang out with you guys and have the people join us on the stream, man, it feels pretty good, man. So just really happy to be here overall, man. Everything in life is great for me. I cannot complain. Ready for the holidays
100.
too.
Yeah, man. 100. How about you, Nelly?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm actually the opposite. I'm quite relaxed at the moment, man, for a change. So as I was saying to Millionz, to Tiger, I'm at home, man. So I'm not in the car. I'm quite relaxed. I'll do this, sit back a bit, got my coffee. Akaya, there's my vape for my boy Upton Crypto. I was going to eat some tofu to get my estrogen a little bit up because I know he was joining us, but yeah, I decided not to.
Wash it down with a nice soy latte. You'll get your
black.
feeling.
We should see it. It's black. Hold on, wait. Oh, there,
look
look
at that, man.
Black.
You need to add some soy milk to that, brother. You need to add some soy
black,
milk. You want to get up in those feelings, nice and sensitive, you know, for the live stream.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I can see our boy Electrician Man. A shout out to everyone in the chat. He should join us, man.
Danny D, yeah, man.
Danny D.
Yeah. Shout out to Danny D, man. I need to open Telegram, but I'm down to send him a link. He didn't get to jump on last week, but if he's down today, yeah, jump on the stream with us, bud. We'd love to have you, man.
Yes.
We got West Side Ian in the building.
What's good, brother?
All right.
Tony Morrow. What's up, Tony?
Tony Morrow, always representing, always present. Shout out to you. LCM, everyone. Hasraya.
Oh, wow, man.
Oh, he just woke up, Electrician Man. Oh, yeah, it's probably, what's he on? He's 3 hours behind. I think it might be 6 a.m.
Oh, okay.
But he said send the link. He'll try and jump on in a bit. Yeah, send it to him.
Yeah, tell him he doesn't have to go on camera. He can be like me. He can bring his radio face today. He doesn't have to show his video face today.
His studio looks too good, though. His studio looks too good. He's gonna have to have at least, you know, you have to be there in person for that studio. It looks
You're
very,
right.
very
Maybe
good.
he should just like wear a ninja mask or something and like cover up like a bad haircut or whatever and have the studio in the background. Oh gosh.
Have a alakazoo for brekkie, Danny. That's what I want to say. You'll just make a coffee and you'll join us. That's mad.
Okay.
So what's good, boys? What's good? What's going on in crypto?
It's all going on, bro. It's all going on. I've just had a quick look today. There's been some big pumps going on. I did manage to buy a few saucy little bags before it all kicked off a couple of days ago, but I'm gonna wait till somewhere around the 28th, 29th and decide. I think there's going to be probably a little bit of a pullback and maybe another little opportunity to get in. I don't like buying green candles, if I'm honest. I really don't. So I managed to stack up on a few bits a few days back, and I'm well happy with that. So I'm just going to wait it out, let the market come back to me a little bit. Obviously, the bullish sentiment, when everyone's feeling bullish, that's when I tend to start thinking, okay, we'll do a pullback real soon, because there's too much euphoria right now. Obviously, I think Bitcoin has kind of outdone a lot of people's expectations in the short term. But when everyone's feeling this hyped, then the market makers tend to take a dump on everyone. So I'm expecting, maybe a 5 to 10% pullback in the coming sort of 5 or 6 days, personally. So I'm just going to sit back with the popcorn and wait for that and deploy some capital on the red candles.
There you go. A smart man. I'm not gonna say it's hard. The more experience you get in the markets, the easier it gets to just ignore the green candles and say, "Oh man, it's great." Because you take the bad with the good, right? Like the bad is a red candle, right? But it's good because that's when you buy.
Exactly.
Good is green candle, but it's bad because you're like, well, I'm not gonna buy. Like, but it is awesome to see the project pumping. And so you don't worry about timing the market. Just check out the candles, man. Not financial advice. Like, when something is up 100% or 50%, probably want to wait for some kind of pullback. just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100.
I did the same on Sunday, man. I just loaded up on a bit of store of value, I suppose, and some real DeFi. I don't know. Something's telling me to get some real DeFi, So I got myself some EHEX, which I've already got a fair bit and a few stakes, but I thought I'd buy some more EHEX, some PHEX, and some Pulse Chain, man. So that was on Sunday. So that's my strategy, I think, just to start DCAing, getting it super cheap and holding on, waiting for 2025 for long-term play. Yeah, I don't know. That's where I'm at with, and obviously drip. I'm waiting for January. Is it 19th? Is it?
Yeah, around there.
Where start loading up a little bit on that while it's still cheap, man. Store of value, and see what happens.
Yeah, I still buy a few drip every week. I just have a standard DCA all the time. It's around this sort of price. I just always buy a few. But I mean, I've got the other portfolio that is just regular buys basically, and I get a little bit annoyed when I see these huge green candles because I just haven't. I probably never will look at my portfolio and say I've got enough. But I still feel as though I'm in a full accumulation phase right now. And when I see all these green candles, I do get a little bit miffed. But, you have to take it as it comes. I have been DCA, and I'm not someone who's been sitting on the sidelines all this time and suddenly FOMOing in on green candles. I have been buying everything that I've wanted to be buying over the past, 3 or 4 months. So no hard feelings, but I would like to see a few red candles, in the next few days, so I can start redeploying a bit more capital. I wake up to green candles. I'm just like, oh, come on. But
yeah.
One of those things.
Wild.
I know like Pulse has taken a huge pump, and I was telling you guys I stacked my bags about 3 days ago with some Pulse. I was fairly late to the Pulse game, but I'm kind of glad in a way because I know obviously after the sacrifice it took a big dip with all the SEC FUD and all that sort of business. So I kind of feel as though that was a blessing in disguise. So I've been stacking up on that and XRP, Link, stuff like that. And there's just been very, very good opportunities over the past fair few months now. So no regrets, but I would like to see some more red candles, please, this week. Let's get rid of this euphoria for a little bit, and I want to buy in a few more. So,
well, you should see them. Bitcoin is up 20% in 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
That is not sustainable. That is,
that's
and that is after,
dude.
And that's when. Right now it's 34K. Okay, so it pumped up to 35. So there's already been a pullback, and it's still up almost 19%. So there will be a major pullback. and that will be healthy. So when you see the red candles, get excited like I do and like Millionz does. That's when it's time to buy. So yeah, it's awesome to see other people doing well in projects where they're pumping. Shout out to Carol Finance has been doing great, and Goat Token, and I'm in someone.
Drip's doing great.
Drip is doing his thing, man.
I didn't get in, man.
Those guys are doing great things for the drip community as well. So massive shout out to them guys for bringing the kitchen sink. For really, really helping drip. They didn't have to do that. It's not something they had to do, but I believe they're just paying homage to the king of DeFi, and they're doing an awesome thing. So yeah, massive shout out to Hustle Man Matt and Eric the Bandit for creating, one DApp, but obviously it's got phase 2 now with the BNB, which also buys back drip as well. So even if you're not into drip, even if you're into a Pulse or into BNB, you don't have to be bullish on drip. You're still helping drip by using the BNB kitchen sink. So again, what can I say? Awesome work.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys, man.
I got FOMO because I never got into P drip. So c'est la vie. But I've still yet got to put a bit of my bag into the kitchen sink. Just looking at I'm nobody's question. What can I do with my 400k drip? Salute to everyone. Put some in the kitchen sink, my man. With some of it, I wouldn't put all of it in, but some of it, and then just wait for the hold on, man. It's hold on to I know there's some things coming as well, other things. I know that Danny D's they're gonna work on on the UI, I think, just to make it a little bit more attractive for Drip Potluck. But that's BNB in, BNB out, actually. But it still burns drip. What else? Just hold on.
Yeah, I mean, the liquidity locker dapp's coming soon as well. So we're going to be able to pair with BNB and sort of, earn yield that way. So that's going to be another option soon in terms of, what to do with your liquid drip.
What doesn't Ewing join us? Matt Ewing, why doesn't he join us? He's an OG. Why don't you join us, Ewing? I don't know. He's like doxed himself. He's doxed himself. He should join us.
Has he? I didn't see when he doxed himself. Okay.
Well, he's got his face on his little, what's it called?
Avatar.
That's the one.
Damn, you're old. Awesome. I love picking on you. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, man, that's dope. Would love to have Ewing join. Let me see. Maybe I'll send him a link. I'm not sure if he'll join or not. But Kitchen Sink is doing his thing, man, and it's really incredible to see the devs like showing out for drip when they have their own successful product. It's crushing it on the Pulse chain side. I mean, it was up to, I think, like $22 a token a couple days ago, and it's having a little correction, but it's still about $18.
I think it's still like $18-19 today. Yeah, still way out there.
Bullish, right? But shout out to those guys, and there's still being stuff built for drip. The new platform that's not going to be Animal Farm. What is it called? It's Black something. Is it
Cube.
Black Ball Finance? Black Cube.
Black Cube.
Oh, okay.
Black Cube.
Black Cube Finance. All right. Drip is going to be a partner in there, if I am not mistaken. I believe that's what Bartertown said.
Yeah.
And you might have said it as well, Millionz. But imagine, initially Drip wasn't going to be a partner because of the taxes and because of the inflation. Well, now the inflation is going to be under control, and the taxes are a healthy thing for the token. Then who knows, man? I'm just excited to see what can come, man. And this is coming after the liquidity locker, so I'm DCAing, man. I just bought Drip a couple days ago, maybe 3 days ago. just because it's, I think it was 1.9 cents or 1.8 cents. But who cares about the price? It's lower than 2 cents. I'm going to continue to build my bags because I think it's going to be a blue chip token in the bull run. And to anybody who think there's not going to be a bull run, I don't know what the world market is going to look like, as far as the world economy, right? With war going on and, inflation in the US still out of control. But when you see Bitcoin pump from what, 28K, basically 28.5K to 35K in a couple days, really just a day, over in a spot ETF rumor.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not going anywhere.
No.
Crypto's not going anywhere. The whole world, even eventually the stock market will be tokenized. Everything's going blockchain. And that's not to say that everything's going to survive it. A lot of stuff will perish. A lot of stuff will get washed out. But the true utility stuff will remain. And that's exactly where the world's going. There's no getting around it. So it's not going anywhere. So here's what I think. I think there will be another bull run, and I think it will be the biggest bull run in history. I think it's going to be absolutely off the scale because the institutions are going to come in, and you're going to get a lot of sudden bursts of institutional money, and it's going to be an absolutely like face melting bull run. I do think that's going to be the last time we hit those levels of madness. I think after that, once the big institutions get in, that's when things start to get a bit boring. So I don't think we're going to have the same in going forward in the future. But I personally think, this is not financial advice, obviously, this is just the way I'm reading things. I think it's going to be probably the last chance that we will see in generations to make these sort of potential jumps in wealth. I think this one's going to be the big one. I think after that, it's going to be definitely a lot more sort of neutral and a lot more boring, I think, going forward.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree with a lot of points you just made. There is the way that the Feds are going right now. They've told everybody we are going to keep rates higher for longer. Okay. And they may not be done raising rates. And so the reality that we know at this very moment is that's what they're saying. Okay. Historically, they have been shown to fold time in and time out, and we have an inflation problem again and again, and the money printers turn on and debt is out of control and it never stops. So the question is, do you believe that next year or this year, this time around is it? Do you believe that the US economy is really going to turn things around and stop putting themselves in debt and stop having an inflation problem with printing money? Or is history going to repeat itself like it always does, and the money printers are going to turn on? So, I mean, I'm already letting you know just by my tone of voice where I'm at with it. I don't have to go any more in detail than that, but not financial advice. You can, anybody who trusts your government. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So today you hear one thing, it doesn't mean that it's true. Just understand history always repeats itself.
100%.
I don't know. That's where the wars come in, man. That's where the wars come in. And look over here, you know what I mean? I think fiat is you're too in debt, man. I think you're too in debt. It's dead. They're trying to work out how to bring it back. What did you guys do? You printed, well, we all did. Globally, we printed more in 3 years than what we'd done in 100 years. And I don't want to go all dark and all that, but through history, right? Wars every 50 years to reboot the system, if you will. I kind of feel like that's starting to happen again. Are they going to kick the problem down the street? I don't know. But the crypto is such a small percentage, right, in comparison to the stock market and all that. So, is it going to be our last pump? I don't know. But yeah, with the ETF and all that shit, I don't know. It's also I don't know, but I just know that shit's gonna keeping rates up is unsustainable. The inflation of the cost of living is unsustainable. So, do they print money and kick the problem? What they're not fixing anything, right? This is why
No.
we are where we are. You know.
Correct.
I can see it. I can see it in the building industry. I can see it in the food industry. Every industry is absolutely, as part of my French, is absolutely fucked at the moment. You know, staff. You know, like yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe another variant. Who knows?
Oh man, you're crazy. Man, this is getting very real. Collective, guys.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's one of those days, obviously. It must be something in the air. I mean, there is a lot of madness going on a global scale right now. The thing is, the US is now 33 trillion in debt. But what people don't realize, well, a lot of people don't realize, you guys obviously do, but fiat is debt. Fiat is debt. You know, they're promissory notes. So once you understand what fractional reserve banking is, you understand that you can never, ever not have debt. You have to have debt for the fiat currency system to even exist. So when people talk about, you know, getting out of debt and all that, they just don't understand that, you know, for every, you know, £1 you put in a bank, they can lend out 9 or 10, I think, whatever it is. So there is no escaping that. It's a flawed system. It's designed to eventually collapse. There is no way around it. So obviously now we're seeing things move to blockchain, and we are very, very early still, in my opinion, because most people, even if you go to a party, a family barbecue, and you talk about Bitcoin, which to me is like, that's normie stuff. Surely everyone knows what Bitcoin is. No one knows what they look at you like you're an alien. They don't understand what that is. You just might as well spoke Mandarin. So they don't even know what Bitcoin is. And these are people that are involved in finance. I've got family members who are involved in finance, and you know, quite high up, some of them, and they'll look at you like you're crazy if you talk about Bitcoin or anything crypto related. So we really are very, very early still, in my opinion. But again, that's the way I see things going. Fiat is the biggest scam ever put on people. It is the modern. It is a global slave system, and the inflation is just the silent hand that robs you, that you don't realize. So you're just getting basically jacked every single day, you know, and people don't see it because they tell you the inflation's 9%, but really when you go to the shops or anywhere else, it's probably 30 or 40% in real life. So, you know, people are getting robbed blindly. And if you leave £100 in a bank, even in 1 year, that's going to be worth 80 or 90 the following year. So, you know, we are very early in this asset class, and the volatility, I think, is a great thing. It's just once the big institutions come in, that's when I think things are going to get a bit boring, and the regulations come in, which I'm not really with. Things are going to get boring, but I think that's why this is going to be a moment to really, really take advantage of over the next sort of 1 to 2 years.
Blue Chip Drip, what's up, my boy?
Oh man, hey, how you guys doing?
What's up, Chip? Sorry to cut you off. We got Danny D in the back. I don't know how to add him.
Shut the front door. We got Danny D in the building too. My guy, what's up, man?
Azul, man.
Azul. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen, and
we
everyone
are rocking and rolling.
Thanks for having me. this time, right? It's actually it's a pretty crazy time because like I'm getting my kids organized for school and all of that, and just waking up. But anyway, I'm here. I'm here. I've been trying to join you guys for a while. So there you go.
Nice one.
See
Thanks
you,
for
brother.
joining
Good
us.
to see you.
And Chip, thanks for joining us, bro.
Oh, thanks for inviting me again.
Always, man. You don't need no invitation. You know that.
Chip, you wearing dark colors too, man.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
yeah,
We're all in black shirts again.
you gotta look slim and trim, man. That's how you gotta do it.
Yeah, I took your advice, man.
No Gucci belts, Chip. You haven't got your Gucci belt on today, no?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually not wearing a belt, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, actually, you know how we were talking about the shirts and all that. I've got it's Millionz. I saw you, man. I saw you in a black polo shirt. It wasn't Gucci, but it was polo.
Nice.
Shit, Millionz got his intro, man, with the doing the deadlifts and the inclines, man. Shit.
Yeah, that's dope, bro.
Yeah, man. My first few weeks back doing free weights, it feels fantastic. You know, when I was obviously Mexico for so long, I was working out in an apartment gym, especially the last sort of couple of months, and it was just machines. And it feels so good to be back, you know, slinging some free weights around again. I'm just having to sort of go back in slowly, you know, not try and rush back in to where I was, because you know you kind of get a little bit ahead of yourself sometimes. But yeah, it feels good, man. It feels good being back in the gym.
Nice, man.
Nice,
awesome.
That's awesome, man. Danny, what's
Yo,
going
brother.
on, man? What's new? What's new in Danny D's world, man? What's new
Man,
in your crypto life?
it has been madness, absolute madness. I didn't stream for a couple of weeks. I then streamed again on Sunday, but for a couple of weeks. The first one was like technical issues combined with like not waking up. Right?
Nice. You were having fun. Sounds like Danny was.
You were sick too, huh?
Actually, yeah, I was sick. So I was having like bugger all sleep anyway, and then getting woken up in the middle of the night because my boy spilled a big glass of water in the middle of the night on this thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, man, the M audio oxygen, right?
Oh no.
And I woke up and my wife held this up and there was just water just flowing out of it. And I've gone, oh shit. So
yeah.
I've had to get up in the middle of the night, open it all up, dry it out. Like, you know, that took me a good hour and a bit just trying to clean out the inside of that. And so by that time, I'm feeling sick and not having much sleep. I thought, okay, I've got to get back to bed for a little bit. You know, I know I've got to get on this stream. And I didn't wake up until like half an hour after the stream was supposed to have started. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I remember you stood out. Yeah, it was sitting there waiting.
And the second week I was just like really sick, so I couldn't do anything anyway. But other than that, I'm back. I've got we're working on Drip Potluck. Hopefully, I would say within the next maybe next week and a half, we'll have a whole new look and feel for Drip Potluck. Hopefully, drive some more people back. And we're also working on the private rooms. Okay, no hard dates on that, but the private rooms. So that'll make it a little bit more fun. I'm trying to also put in some kind of a chat system into it. So that's what we're looking at this point in time. So then you can get onto the site and chat with people on the site instead of having to go to Telegram and try to get people to join you. So that's what's happening.
Awesome.
Been looking into a few other things, which I'll actually get you boys onto a Zoom call at some time first before I show people online. You know, the other things that I'm working on. So yeah,
damn, I'm down to see that, man. Send me a link whenever, bro.
Yeah, man. So got to diversify, you know, a bit of that, bit of this, bit of that. Oh, what are the private groups? I could make a joke about that, but I'm not gonna.
You should. What the hell? You're Danny D. Who the hell did we invite?
Air Force One private rooms.
No, basically the private rooms will be like, for example, the Crypto Collective. You guys can organize your own like games just between the teams and the groups, and so you're not having to wait for randoms out there. It could be, hey boys, let's go and play Drip Potluck, at such and such a time, and then one person gets to create that room, and you guys can play whatever odds and stuff you want in there. So
That's awesome.
yeah, that's going to be good. That's going to be really good.
Like a poker table, play interaction and whatnot with the chat. That'll be cool, man.
Yeah. So yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be very cool. That's like playing on like Stake or something, and you go into a room, was talking trash. That's awesome. But yeah, that makes it more interactive, more fun. Looking forward to that. That'll be really dope. And then y'all are changing the UI too. Man, when I start making videos, man, I'll be glad to put some videos out for it. I haven't been doing anything lately, so
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll be happy to, man. So,
yeah, again, no one's been playing it. So, hoping that with the few changes and things like that, it'll bring more people back to it. And also, we've just gone to straight 11.5% burn and 1.5% of reservoir now. So obviously, there's no point buying and putting into the vault. So, buy, burn, and reservoir. That's pretty much what we're doing with it. So.
Awesome. All right, y'all. Support Drip Pot Luck, and according to Ewing, we should support Drip Strip Poker. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I told him I fold, man. I fold.
Yeah, we have to fold quick, man.
That's taking doxing yourself to a whole new level.
Yeah, real talk. Everybody's gonna walk in with black shirts. Oh man, trying to cover up all their sweat marks and stuff. All right, let me be quiet. Who else we got here in the chat? We got Rich Hayes, man.
Always supporting, man. Love your work.
Yeah, man. He's a G.
Always. Yeah. Guys, let's talk about Drip, man. Chip, what's going on with your Drip life, man? What have you been doing with Drip over the past couple of weeks?
Well, it was weird because I listened. I guess it was a few days ago. I was listening to Bartertown, and he played that clip with Forex elaborating on indexing, and that was great for me because it just seems like since I've been in DeFi for about the last year and a half, I would ask people. People would say, well, if Bitcoin pumps, everything else is going to pump. And I'd ask why, and nobody could tell me. So I was like, well, do the people at the Bitcoin factory talk to the people at the Ethereum factory and all that stuff, But to hear Forex elaborate on it and explain how, Bitcoin is paired with wrapped Bitcoin, and Bitcoin wrapped is paired with Ethereum. I think that's the way it goes. Then Ethereum is paired with BNB. So technically they are connected, and that's why when Bitcoin pumps, everything else pumps. That's the way I understood that. And so that developed a lot more sense of urgency because we all know that Bitcoin is going to pump, which it just did, a good bit. So I've been really big. I mean, I've been accumulating as much as I can, buying, playing drip, drop, draw. I went into the kitchen sink and all of that. So in a real aggressive accumulation phase right now.
How is that going for you, Chip? The kitchen sink, because you went in heavy.
Well, on that the wallet that I went in heavy, I went in with like 45K, and it's about 300 shy of 50K from the ROIing. And I claimed one time, I didn't do it exactly on 24 hours. I did it like a day and a half. So I claimed like 1,003. And then I can claim right now another 733. So, Tom, you know, Big T, when he first looked at it, he just glanced at it and it just looked like rocket fuel. And he was just like, oh man, these things. But then he called me the next day and he said, man, I was way, way off base. He said rocket fuel, you know, it was a BNB miner, but it was also pegged or paired with the rocket fuel token, and the rocket fuel token tanked, and that's why that miner tanked. He said this is just kitchen sink is just drip. The only thing that controls the price is drip, and the fact that it's not paired with any other third-party coin, and the reputation of Hustle Man Max. Is it Eric the Bandit?
Yeah, Eric the Bandit, and it's Matt, M-A-T, not Max.
Matt.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I've been having
Hustle Man
fun
Matt.
with it. I like to get around people who are always giving me shit about crypto, and I like saying stuff like, "Yeah, this project's gonna do good, man. Hustle Man Max said so, and Eric the Bandit." They're like, "What the hell are you talking about, man?" But anyway, man, the kitchen sink, I'm liking it. I actually just threw some BNB in the BNB utility part of it. You know, just, you know, I'm gonna put about 10 in there. That's not a sledgehammer. That's like a mini sledge. You're in construction. You know, you got a little something you got to hit hard. You don't get a big sledgehammer. You grab the mini sledge.
Yeah. Little finesse.
But
Yeah.
I feel like the only way it's going to do you any good, you got to do that. I mean, you go dabbling in there with a 0.1 BNB or something. I mean, you're just wasting your time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just always be aware of how much is in the contract. That is the biggest risk factor.
Right.
But I mean, the kitchen sink has been incredible. Drip in, drip out. That's all it is. 1.5% a day, drip in, drip out. And now you've got the BNB side of it, where you know BNB goes to buy drip, and this is something that you know these guys have been doing. And when I say these guys, I mean Hustle Man Matt and Eric in Pulse Drip in their garden. And so if you're on Pulse Chain and you want to enter, you know, these gardens with similar utility, I mean, it's the exact same utility. You know, they got a Pulse garden with PLS in, PLS out, same with PDI and all that stuff. Hex, E-Hex, P-Hex. Those are all doing well. So, you know, that's why they brought it over to BNB, brought Kitchen Sink to BNB, because they knew it would do well based off of how the Pulse garden has been performing.
Yeah, Big T ran his calculator on it. He says off your initial investment, you should ROI in like 50 days. So if it survives 50 days, that'd be great. And anything after is profit, you know.
You know, you're gonna dump on everybody's heads. You got like the biggest deposit. So
I'm a community man.
I wouldn't be. Dump.
Well, the project doesn't let you dump. You can only take what it lets you take.
Right.
Which is a day's worth every fourth day.
Yeah. 3 compounds for 1 claim.
That's right.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I chucked a few in yesterday as well. Just to try it out, I just chucked like 4,000 in, and it's very, very straightforward, very, very simple to use, and it's got that sort of nostalgic feel of a faucet, which I do miss. You know, everyone got into drip for the faucet, so it's nice to have something that's kind of giving you that daily yield, and hopefully it continues on. So I tried it out yesterday. I'm probably going to sting some more in tomorrow.
All right. You guys are doing the cheers. It's like it's 6:40 a.m. and I'm gonna do just a little.
Nice.
I
I'll drink some water.
I was glad to hear Danny talk about what he's doing for Drip Pot Luck. I'm actually I made a video earlier, and I said, man, I was just I wasn't talking smack. When I was talking about potluck, I was cordially challenging people to come join me in a game. But
yeah, man, it's one of those things, guys. You know, you build it, they won't necessarily come, right? You know, but again, I mean, a lot of that, I mean, I'll cop that on the chin as well. A lot of that's my fault too, because I really haven't been pushing and marketing it a lot. But obviously, a big portion of that not doing anything with it was obviously just waiting to see what would happen with Drip. You know, well, when the switch was flipped, but now, well, we know what's happening with it. We know where it's heading. So yeah, it's time to get back into action. And that's why we did the 11.5% burn. And yeah, I think the new features that we'll be adding to it in the coming weeks should help. The private rooms especially is something that I'm kind of really excited for. I mean, it's not quite there yet, but we're working on it. And it should get to a point, I think, don't quote me on it, but those private rooms would actually be used for not just Drip Pot Luck. You could be able to play other games, but just use the private rooms as your communication point and being able to control certain winners and things like that. So distribution of funds. So you go into the rooms, you could just basically create a pot within the room, play a different game, and the person that's created the room, obviously among friends, right, can determine maybe, you know, X amount goes to first winner, you know, first place, second place, third place, that kind of thing. So it's like, I don't know if you guys know what Brandon's doing with his Drip Poker DeFi guide. So they've been doing Drip Poker, and same thing. They're basically sending it, well, similar thing. I wouldn't say same thing, but they're basically sending the Drip to a wallet. They're using that Drip to then play their poker tournaments, and then it gets distributed out like by Brandon. Okay, could be a similar function within the private rooms as well. So,
That's dope.
Interesting. I know that's a little bit like, well, how does that work? Well, you'll find out.
Nah, that's like in-depth marketing thinking, man. I like it. I'm just because I think of the whole chat room experience, and like, of course, I was gonna have jokes immediately, like, oh, of course, there's a lot of games you can play in the chat room, like, but you know, no, it's seriously, like what you're saying makes a lot of sense, man. I think Drip Potluck is gonna do well as the market turns around.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, and you guys are smart.
Will. You know, I you know, I noticed Matt saying it needs to be marketed. Yeah, it does, but obviously there's budgets that have to come into play with that. Right. You know, I mean, we're not making a lot of money from it, and actually, we'll never really make a lot of money for ourselves. It's really just covering costs and things like that. So, you know, once we start getting more users, obviously, then there becomes more of a budget for marketing. You know, we've got so many projects happening as well in the back end, other things that we're working on that are kind of outside of Drip as well. So obviously we have to stretch that budget out to all these different things. We spent a lot of money developing Drip Pot Luck, so got to get some of that back before we can start putting more out again. You know?
Yeah, you don't want it to be a sinkhole.
Yeah,
man. Well, good. Well, we're looking forward to supporting it as it grows. You guys were smart to wait and see what would happen with Drip, and now, I mean, we're still waiting to see what happens with Drip. Really, you know, inflation is still going on, and there's no huge rush like to change much. There's a lot of people building for Drip, including yourself.
I don't think you'll start to see any major movements in price for a good 6 to 12 months, to be totally honest with you. You know, again, that's just my opinion. You know, it should stop minting within probably about 70 days, you know, tops. I wouldn't, you don't have to wait for the 100 days for that. You know, obviously there's only so many people that can claim out to their 100%. And then from that point on, yeah, it won't mint anymore. It'll be full deflationary. And, that's where all the opportunities lie from that point on. So,
Right.
yeah, man, we're working on stuff. Geez, I can't believe I just took another Gazoo at 6:40 a.m., man.
I can. I think
I
that's
can too.
well within the boundaries of your character. You're a live wire. You just do what you want to do. Doesn't mean you do it all the time. You're just spontaneous.
No.
You just don't give a shit.
If I may, just one more thing. Starting November, my shameless plug for my electrician channel and Alakazoo show. Guys, I'll be doing probably an additional 2 or 3 streams a week.
Man cave.
Man cave. So we're going to be doing the man cave, also music show, and at different times as well. So I'm going to be trying to do shows like at your side of the world, Millionz. So especially the music show and stuff like that. I'd love to have you on that. So we're going to do music, business and lifestyles, and man cave. Man cave's just freaking awesome. So, just a bunch of guys like us and getting on there and talking about tools and cars and bikes and, everything else. It should be a lot of fun. So, as you know, it's all about diversity nowadays. Yeah, man, It's going to be fun. It's, we may have our own versions of Tim the Toolman Taylor coming up on the streams.
Man, I got tools, man. I got tools.
Oh man, so that'll be November. Starting. So
Awesome.
My Milwaukee, my Makita, my DeWalt's you watch, man. I got the toys.
And the whole view of that is trying to get subscribers and viewers from other things, and then when they see, oh, he's also talking about crypto, that should be able to help onboard new people into the crypto space. They come in on either on the music or the tools or the other stuff that we do, and then go, hey, all right, well, they're talking about this. Let's have a look at that. So that's all part of the. There's a method to my madness, I guess. It's not just drinking at 6:40 a.m.
Nice.
Hey, Nelly's talking about tools. I went and bought a weed eater, and they had a nice DeWalt sunglasses. I mean, they look freaking awesome.
Cool.
My wife and I went to a party, and everybody's got like Oakleys and Ray-Bans, and I got freaking DeWalt on the side of my sunglasses.
That's manly, man. That's alpha. DeWalt glasses.
Oh, man. Awesome.
Killer said that you're gonna get out the men's secrets during their lives. I'm sure, especially in the man cave. I'll be here to get them and spread the word.
Awesome.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
man cave sounds fun and dangerous at the same time. That's dope, man. Always looking to do new things, man. I'm gonna dox myself at some point in the near future, mostly because I'm gonna have another show or channel on YouTube where I'm gonna be talking about sports, mainly American football. And yeah, man. So I guess people can look forward to that. Didn't dox myself up until now because I thought I would be a trillionaire off a drip, but that didn't happen yet. Then when I get rich, I'm gonna turn the camera off again.
There you go. Exactly.
Oh gosh, you guys are.
Hey, brother, your voice lends itself really well for radio, man.
Does it? I mean, I got a radio face, so it works out perfectly.
He's already got another show, Dr. Lovejoy, right? Jim?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Lovejoy.
I was looking into some stuff the other day, and what popped across my screen was like online radio shows. And there's platforms that you can do, and they already have like your selection of playlists and stuff. You don't have to pay additional royalties like if you were to set up your own radio station. They've got all this stuff in place already, and you can literally start your own radio station online. So I'm looking into that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it could be fun. And if we do something like that, I mean, hey, all these guest DJs, we could all do it together, kind of thing. To hit our different time zones.
Yeah, man.
Another,
Absolutely.
hey, man, another way to reach out to the masses, create some interest in the radio show, and then lead them over to the things that we're doing. Yeah, you know, to do the love story shows and
Actually,
calling in and crying and
The Soy Boy Chronicles.
I also was going to do I've got it. I've got the channel set up. It was the NFA show, but changing the words to Nelly's famous Arsenal or Never Forget Arsenal show.
yeah.
But the
Oh,
games
boy.
are bloody at 3 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, and I thought, oh man, I'm gonna wake the whole family up shouting at the TV. You know what I mean? So I haven't done it, but yeah, it's on the cards. I'm thinking how to get around it. I need to make a sound room, I think.
Yeah. And you have the tools, you can do it. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Set up your little spot there.
Man cave.
Chip, what was that you were holding, Chip? Was that a rodent or was it a dog?
Oh, it was just a little chihuahua.
Oh man. Golly. The eyes look bigger than its paws.
Oh, that's
Oh, look at there.
That's a cool dog.
I love the Chihuahua. I love making jokes about Chihuahuas.
Mr. Wookums does not get on with Chihuahuas whatsoever. Eternal beef with Chihuahuas.
Yeah, they both have that small dog syndrome, right?
Chihuahuas are vicious, man.
Oh yeah.
If
They have ankle biters.
If they were a full-size dog, man, I reckon they'd be illegal, man.
Maybe total apex predators.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I've got another one here. He'll just go up and take food out of a bigger dog's mouth. Let me see if we picked him up in Mexico. Hold on. Hey,
Oh, those Mexican dogs, man.
Glad you didn't take Wookums to Mexico then.
When are you going back to Mexico? Millionz.
Well, possibly February. It
Oh,
depends on how things go here. I've got a few things I've got to sort out, obviously, with Millionz and Co. So I've got more things to consider now. But I'm hoping February, and we'll be there hopefully for a few months. So we'll see how things go. But that's the plan at the moment. Get out there February. But we also want to find a way to get Mr. Wookums out there with us. If we're going to be out there for any period of time, don't want to have to keep leaving Mr. Wookums here. So we don't want to put him in the hold because a lot of airlines want to put him in the hold, in a pet area. I don't particularly want to do that for him. So I think I've found a way of getting him registered as like an emotional support dog or something, and he can come in the plane with us. So that's I'm checking into that right now as we speak. If anyone knows anything about that, let me know. I think Air Mexico are pretty good, like with pets, but I don't know if because our flight to Mexico is like 11 hours, 10 hours. So I don't know if they're cool with dogs being in the cabin for that long. But if you get him as an emotional support dog, then quite possibly he can fly with us business, But I'll say
it's easy. Go ahead.
What is that chip? I can't say it. It's black.
This is
you got two. You got two there. Yeah.
This is Paco and Taco. We picked them up in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
They're acting all like scared. They think they did something wrong, but man, they are bad, man. They're always causing problems.
I had a Taco as well.
Millionz, you can just get a private jet, man, and just use a private jet instead of using the normal airlines. And you know how crazy? Yeah, what's crazy about that? My sister's over in the US, and she's been over there for many years. Doesn't have kids, but they love their dogs, right? She's more into Pomeranians, and she's got a great job, and same with her husband as well. So I mean, they're into the money, right? But she's planning to move back to Australia in a few years' time. And I was talking about that, how about your dogs and stuff. She's literally looked into moving back to Australia via private jet instead of like going with the airlines, because she's got 4 or 5 of the dogs, right? And I said, "Are you serious?" She goes, "Yeah, I am." $300,000
Wow.
There you
Oh
to
my
go,
God.
from the US to Australia in private jet.
Nah,
Wow.
that can go in the
It's mad,
luggage,
right?
man. That can go in the luggage cart, man.
Yeah, I
Don't get
think I'd
over
rather
it.
take an inner tube or something. Let's go
Yeah,
tubing
man.
from the US to Australia.
But
Oh, man.
considering, I mean, like, well, they own everything already anyway. They, to make a move back to Australia, obviously it's going to cost money regardless because of all their equipment and stuff, all of their stuff. But she was literally saying, we're considering a private jet. I'm like, that's freaking mad, right?
That's bananas.
Mad.
That's bananas.
But hey,
man, I think what's awesome about this stream is I'll get to you in a second, Millions, but now we can add puppies and dogs in the description to get more views, and it won't be a lie. They can't get us for violating and trying to get people in. We actually show cute dogs on stream. All right, Millions. Now the floor is yours.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, Killis has just said on the chat there, as a pet owner, it's really scary to have the dog like go in cargo, because I know it can be really stressful for them, because obviously packed in with a ton of other dogs. They have to be in a crate or in a cage or whatever, and it's not something I want to put Mr. Wilkins through.
Yeah.
So any way we can do it, we will do it 100%. I know a couple of people have done fairly long flights with the dog in the cabin. So, there's obviously a way around it. And if there is one, I will find it. Because if we're going to be going for any more than sort of 2 months, which would be the case, if we go, it'll probably be for 3 or 4 months at a time. Mr. Wilkins would love it out there. He'd absolutely love it out there. So we would love to get him over there with us.
Stressful enough to know if you're going to get your luggage when you get to your destination, man.
Well, mate, they lost ours actually coming back. They lost Millionz, the case with all of Millionz stuff. They lost it.
Yeah, man.
So that was pretty bad.
It would be stressful,
exactly.
especially those long flights where you've got a changeover or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
You get to the other end and you've got no idea if your dog's actually there or not. You know what I mean? So it's not an option for us. I wouldn't put him through it, but I'll find a way. I will find a way.
Yeah, that should work out. Hopefully, it works out for you, man. It's easy in the States. It's really easy in the States. Like I got an emotional support dog, and he's not like he don't do a damn thing. Like there's no emotional support. He eats ribeye and like he eats everything else like that we eat. Like there's no emotional support. He provides it all. Like it's all bull crap.
But with that, with the emotional support, he can go in the cabin with you, presumably.
Correct. That's correct.
Right. But is there like a maximum flight length that he can travel in the?
I don't know the exact details. Yeah, I've never put my dog on a flight. But what I'm saying is that he's an emotional support animal that I do know, and it's really easy to get that label, that diagnosis, but get a note from the doc here specifically for that kind of stuff. So hopefully it's easy in the UK, and then hopefully it's he doesn't have to be like a accessibility dog or something to get on the plane. I've definitely seen dogs in the plane that are not like service dogs.
There's the business boys who's got a few $1 billion will start pet flights.
Honestly, that I think that'd actually do really well. I think that would actually do really, really well.
Yeah. Section of the plane where they can go do their bizzo. You know what I mean? I think that's
Yeah, if you had like half the plane for the pets to travel up in the cab, and the owners could go up and down the aisle and check on their pet during the flight, there would be people that would pay 2, 3, 4 times the ticket price to have that. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite surprised it doesn't exist yet.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about quarantine when you land? That would be a big thing, right? I mean, I know like people have taken dogs from elsewhere to Australia, but they're like in quarantine for almost like 2 months or something.
Really?
I don't think they
Yeah.
care in Mexico.
Yeah.
Australia's painful, man. Australia's painful.
It is.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
because
hard.
it's a lucky country and there's limited diseases, right?
Yeah,
You know, that's why they're
Oh.
so strict with it. You know, but yeah, as far as I know, there's a pretty lengthy quarantine period. So that's something you might want to look into, man.
Australia's
Yeah, I don't think Mexico care. I think it's really straightforward in Mexico. I don't give a crap.
Yeah. That sounds about right. that sounds
Which is
about
awesome.
Australia's just red tape everywhere, man. It's just so many politicians, man. It's just everything's just extra hard, you know.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, a mate of
We got-
mine got his protein taken off of him trying to go to Australia. He had a bag of sealed whey protein, and they took it from him. They wouldn't even let him in with that because they considered it like a food product or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, really brutal. Really, really brutal.
Getting things out of Australia is easy, but going in, it's like, yeah, it's a bit of an issue. Like anytime my mother comes over here to visit, I order 60 kilos of meat every time. They bring over the roux meat and like lamb. I mean, you can get lamb here, but it's just not the same as Aussie lamb, you know.
Yeah.
So she freezes it up and jumps on the plane with it, and I get like 60 kilos of meat every time she comes over. So.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, this has been an awesome stream. So I want to thank Danny D and Blue Chip Drip for joining Millionz and Dripodigy and myself. We appreciate you guys. So
Thanks
y'all
for
are
having
welcome
us, man.
anytime. Hey, anytime, man. You know, we had Chip last week. We wanted to have you last week as well, but glad you were able to join this week.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys inviting me.
Yeah, thank
doubt,
you, bro.
man.
Yeah.
Everyone out there in the streams, g'day. Good to see you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks
Awesome,
for joining.
man. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining. We appreciate each and every one of you, except you scammers and you WhatsAppers and you fudders of your own bag who don't know Bitcoin is going to 100K. Y'all better get bullish. Crypto's not going anywhere, and neither is DeFi. But for real, thank y'all for joining. We love all y'all, and we'll see you in the next stream.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.